Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and today we're going to be talking about more RippaVerse goalposts. And if you're not following the Twitter account RippaVerse goalposts, please do so. They keep track of all the goalpost shifts that these haters and weirdos do on a daily basis, it seems like nowadays. But we'll start right away with Mr. Josh Friedman himself with his straw man argument, because that's what they like to bring. Their straw men, their non-arguments, their deflections, and all the above. Like this right here. No cultural phenomenon would go for this much on Twitter. This is eBay. You're dumb. Imagine $12.50 for a crappy comic like I saw. Yeah, because the comic didn't originally sell for $35 plus shipping. I'm pretty sure these are, last time I checked, these were selling for like $4.50 for like a set of 3. For I think it was the set of all 3 covers signed, not graded, for $4.50. But somehow this is what you decided to select out of a whole bunch of eBay listings for this comic book. Meanwhile, it says right at the top there, right here, it says one watched in the last 24 hours. Someone's watching this because they want to buy it. So someone's obviously interested in this. Of course, you always got to remember when you're on eBay and you watch something, typically people do that because they think that the seller is going to give them an offer by lowering it like 5% or something. I know the game on eBay. I understand wanting to make some money and get a return on investment, but yikes, dude. I'm pretty sure this person will eventually get a return on investment. And it's always, anime profile pictures that talk the most noise, talk a lot of shit. It's not even €1, but it's priced like an original print of an old comic. Yeah, well, it's been selling, so of course they're going to price it accordingly because smart people do that. Yeah, and I've seen some of these postings too. None of them have been going fast. Poor guys really got ripped off. Actually, they are going fast. You know what? Just for the sake of this argument, we'll pull up eBay right now. We'll type in ISOM number 1. Just for the sake of this argument. Okay, so let's see. We'll scroll on down here to sold items. Right? There's literally has been one sold today. There's been one that's sold today for $220, and all it is cover A. That's been CGC graded 9.8. It's literally sold today for $220 plus $11 shipping. This one was best offer. This was 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. This was 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Look, 3 days ago for $227.50. 3 days ago. 4 days ago for the concept art book. Someone bought the concept art book for $340. So you mean to tell me that this isn't a cultural phenomenon? This is an art book that costs, I think, $35 as well. I could be mistaken. I don't remember. But it's sold for $340. Originally, the person was asking for $400, but they reduced the price by 15%, which brought it down to $340. And they managed to probably make about 3 to 4 times as much as they paid for it. So you should probably look at sold listings before talking your bullshit, Josh, because you are an absolute moron. And I can tell you right now, you're just as stupid and emotionally and economically illiterate as Actual Fandom. We'll go back to that person. So let's keep it moving. We got this guy saying it's not successful, the typical nonsense. Again, $3.7 million, which came out to about $2.2 million in profit. We already know. I'm actually going to skip this person because this person claims that Sonichu is more well-known, which is weird. I'm sorry. If you want to be as infamous as Chris Chan for the things that he's done, I'm sorry, you're weird. Then you have, apparently, Debate Meverse, where someone made Ripper as the villain. And it looks kind of similar to ISOM, so smells like a lawsuit. But into the meat and tomatoes of this video with Actual Fandom tweeting about how Eric used totes or plastic tubs, as he says, to store, because they're totes, bro. Learn your terminology. Plastic tubs for storage of comic books, because he's doing something different than the Diamond Distribution and all the other distributions that store their comics a different way. Notable, famously used plastic tubs for storage, not the boxes the pros use to protect products. You can see the gaps and haphazard nature here for signed books people paid for, which, by the way, I got 2 signed books. I got cover A and B, both signed. I wish I got cover C. I regret it, but it's all good. And mine came perfectly fine. I had no issues, no bends, no rips, nothing. Mine came perfect. Yeah, he made fancy looking boxes to ship in. It's called presentation, my guy. You ever heard of it? Presentation matters. First impressions matter. That's why he used fancy looking boxes to ship it in. But of course, as always, you are a room temperature IQ brainlet. Just like your content. Aesthetic is priority, not the comics. No, everything is priority. The comic art looks great. The lettering looks great. The colors look great. And then the boxes that is shipped in are aesthetically pleasing, clearly, because you obviously have just claimed that. Myself and most comic fans I know, you're not a comic fan. If we saw comics stacked this way, bowed in the center before they reached customers' hands, dude, we blow a gasket. This is unacceptable from a publisher and a distributor. Eric is both. This is coming from the guy who doesn't understand that Miles Morales is Miles Morales and Spider-Man is Peter Parker, or Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and doesn't realize what the definition of tokenized characters are, because you literally call Isom a token because you're dumb. You're stupid. You don't have any knowledge of tokenism, which Eric has a perfect video just for you, just for stupid people that don't understand what tokenism is. You claim that having a black character, an original black character, is tokenism. Tokenism is essentially taking Peter Parker and making him Peter Darker, just as Eric always says. So taking an original white character and giving the black people the sloppy seconds by making Miles Morales, which Wes claimed to be confirmed that they made a black Spider-Man because they just wanted a black Spider-Man. No, for no other reason, and he has no original features whatsoever. I don't care. Stay triggered. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Eat shit. But then, of course, you have this guy, too. You got Don DeVille. Seems like the ripoff verse has ripped off Norse mythology. So does a lot of other things. I mean, God of War ripped off Norse mythology, if you want to go with that far. But at least he made a black character. An original black character. Unlike God of War, which took an original white character and race swapped it to a black character, and I believe gender swapped as well. It appears that Eric can't make a fantasy story based in African mythology and folklore about white people in contemporary Europe, despite his tirade, very peculiar considering his stance on diversity in Middle-earth. His stance on diversity in Middle-earth, he's not even a Lord of the Rings guy. He leaves this stuff up to people like Nerdrotic and Ryan Cannell who know about Middle-earth. And the only thing he talks about when it comes to the diversity of Middle-earth is the fact that Tolkien's own words say that the elves had darker skin. They weren't black. They weren't completely black like they portrayed them in Rings of Power. But of course, you probably don't know the difference. And again, this is the same guy who called Eric a hairy chimp because he didn't give Isom a taper fade. It's like, bro, shut up, go back into your little hole you crawled out of, and shut the fuck up. Let the big boys do the big boy things. Let the big boys do the big boy projects while you sit in your little corner of the internet and cry like a little bitch. Or as Eric would say, cry about a bitch, that's what you do. Go ahead and cry about it all day as much as you like. People are actually interested in Norfolka. I know I am. I'm interested to know more about these characters. So I thought the end of the book with this was a perfect way to have some more backstory, a little bit of backstory, not too much, that pull you in and gets you more interested in these characters. And I'm actually interested in seeing more about these characters. And I'm hoping there's I'm hoping Norfolka gets their own book, similar to Isom. So, like I said, cry about it more. Obsessed guy right here, Actual Fandom, cry about it more. Keep obsessing over another man's success. Because that's what you do. That's what you're best at doing. You're best at making shitty content, talking crap about Eric, because you got nothing else. Your whole life is Eric July and the non-success that he has. So keep on going what you're doing, because you're clearly not getting nowhere in life with that one. So thank you all for checking out this video. I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate all of the new subscribers that have come on board. If you made it this far, hit the like button if you do like the video. Comment below what you think about all this and subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications and set it to all. That way you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. And as always, I will see you all on the next one. Peace.